Is Santa real? Spoiler alert, he's not. And I'm going to tell you about what happened when I found out the truth. Welcome back to Capo TV, the channel where we know school is a joke and you don't want to be the punchline. If this is your first time here and you want to help spread the message that school is a joke, hit that subscribe button now. Now I know, some of you are asking, Capo TV, why are you doing a video about Santa Claus? Here's why. I want you all to question what you're being told, and I want you all to think for yourself. The old cliche is that great minds think alike. That's not true. Great minds think for themselves. So, let me tell you about how I found out Santa Claus was a lie. I was 9 years old. The year was 1996. I know that because that's the year Power Ranger Zeo came out. My mom was very into the whole Santa Claus idea. In fact, she was into the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, all of those mythical creatures. Around Christmas time, my mom would go out shopping with some of her friends, usually for an entire day. When she came back, she would go put what she bought into the closet of my grandmother's spare bedroom. My sister and I figured this out when we were like 6 or 7 years old. We would always try to snoop in that bedroom closet to see what my mom bought. Our little missions were usually unsuccessful. Our mom would either cover the stuff in blankets or wrap up the bags, and we were afraid to move that stuff because we thought she might find out that we're looking in the closet. But one day, around Christmas 1996, we went on a final mission. We waited for our grandma to be outside in the garden or in the basement doing the clothes, and we snuck into that room one more time. We opened the door, and as usual, at first glance, we couldn't see a thing. But then I noticed something. There was a bag that had a little hole in it, and inside I could see a Power Ranger Zeo Megazord. You gotta understand, I grew up in the 90s with the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That was my show. I had Power Ranger toys for days, and Power Ranger Zeo was the current season. I was ecstatic that I was going to be getting that Megazord in just a few short weeks. So time went on, Christmas came around, and we're opening the gifts on Christmas morning. I pick up the rectangular box, and I know this is the Megazord. This is it. But then I noticed the tag. The tag said, "To Ryan, from Santa." This can't be the Megazord then, I thought, because that was in the closet and my mom bought that. I opened it up. Lo and behold, it was the Power Ranger Zeo Megazord. Now in that moment, I didn't say anything to my parents or to my sister. I just kept it to myself. Over the next couple of days, I felt pretty betrayed. Eventually, I had to confront my parents with it and ask them, is Santa really just a lie? They admitted yes, it was. From there, it led to a series of other questions. The Tooth Fairy was a lie. The Easter Bunny was a lie. And at that time, we weren't exactly church-going Christians, but we had gone at some points in the past, and I knew the basic tenets of Christianity. But now, all of that was in question. Is God real? Is heaven real? Is hell real? What is real? If my parents, the people that I trust, are going to lie to me about so many things for 9 years, what else are they lying about? And I don't want to make it sound like you can't trust your parents, but the point is, you've got to be aware of the things that you believe in. If you had asked me as a kid, why do I believe in Santa Claus? I would have said, well, because my parents said Santa Claus is real, and I believe in Santa Claus. So essentially what I was saying is, I believe in Santa Claus because I believe in Santa Claus. That's not exactly good evidence to believe in something. And what is it that I want you to take away from this traumatic experience in my childhood? Go snooping. Be skeptical. Question authority in a rational way. Examine your beliefs. And I'm not just talking about your religious beliefs. I mean your beliefs about everything. Don't just believe in things because you believe in them. Be able to explain why you believe in something. And be able to accept criticism of your beliefs without getting offended. If you have a good, strong belief with solid evidence to back it up, you shouldn't get offended when people challenge you. If anything, their challenges should give you an opportunity to prove to them why your beliefs are valid and true. I think that if my parents had just come out and told me, you know, Santa Claus isn't real, I think it probably would have had a different effect than me finding out for myself through objective evidence that he was not real. So again, examine your beliefs, go snooping, question authority, be skeptical. You shouldn't believe something just because you believe it. What's one belief you had that you thought was true that turned out to be a lie? Leave a comment down below, let's talk about that. And if this was your first time here to Capo TV and you want to help spread the message that school is a joke, hit that subscribe button now. Thanks for watching, see you later, bye.